Why would that dog try to that wolf like that? That's a suicide mission. Yeah, they look a little creepy. They even got the black dude. I ain't even know they allow black dudes in the vat. But it can just be maybe just a bad camera or something like that. It looked like some 420 quality or something. If it was 10K, maybe we'll be able to see their faces a little bit better.
Oh my God, oh my God.
My first thought is why he out there filming if he's seeing stuff.
I hope you can hear this. It sounds like gorillas fighting in the tree. They're breaking limbs bigger around than me.
But you outside.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is.
Oh, you about to F around and find out.
Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because it's breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw. Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on? Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down. Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and they're doing this. It's something stronger than a bear.
My thing is, if it's breaking down trees, what you think it'll do to these old U.S. plywood made homes?
And he is pissed. Yeah, that's a healthy tree. About 8 to 10, maybe even 12 inches in diameter that he just broke because he's pissed because I'm getting close to him. I think I'm gonna bounce because I think he just hit the ground, which means he's about to face me on foot. And I don't really want to wrestle with somebody that can tear trees down just because they're mad. My God, look at the tree he just freaking broke in half.
I'm definitely calling cap on that one. Because first, what is you doing outside that long at nighttime with things tearing down trees? I don't think nobody got that much guts. He didn't flash no kind of weapons that he had to defend himself. But anyways, y'all leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll take the steam one. Look more safer than the fans.
I bet you 100 you didn't know what's been going on in Russia for the past 40 years. There is a radio station broadcasted in Russia that, yeah, you can tune into, but no one claims to be running it. It's got the name USB 76, and we can see the location of where it comes from, but nothing else. Stick with me. This radio signal has been broadcasting for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for over 40 years. I'll play the actual recording in a minute, but essentially it's a creepy sound of just static noises, every now and again a loud horn sound, and then it randomly repeats words that don't make any sense. As I say, no one knows where this signal actually is, what it's transmitting and what it means. However, of course, there's been a lot of theories about this over the last decades. Some people saying potentially it controls nuclear codes and is a way of secret communications between secret services over there, or that it is an underground operation communicating with aliens, or something else we just have absolutely no idea.
Николай, Женя, Татьяна, Иван, 82, 890, Женя, Анна, Николай, Роман, Ольга, Николай, Анна, Цапли, Иван, 13, 68, 06, 04.
What y'all think that was, man? I'm kind of scared now. They said they don't know what it is. Oh man, we just then got programmed digital.
Did this UFO just abduct someone from their house?
Check this out, y'all.
Go back, son. One. Go back a little bit, then zoom in.
Watch this.
So they can see it. All on the Ring camera detection. Now watch this, the next one.
That's definitely a UFO over that house.
Yo.
No, my guess is somebody trying to win that $1 million that Ring giving out.
What is going
The
on?
whole street.
And this all happened within like a second, y'all. Stay weird.
Bro,
You gotta be kidding
don't
me.
tell me I'm sitting here on this ferry and I see a slave on my.
No way.
Nah,
No.
See,
Yo.
I knew it was real.
it's reindeers on the front of it.
God.
Nah.
Oh my God. Do you see?
Did you guys see what happened in the skies of LA? What is that in the clouds? That's not no damn drone.
Is that a cloud?
Whatever it is, it sent all the car alarms off. This ain't normal.
Dude, I think I see a burn mark on the antenna.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I just got it.
Oh my.
Imagine getting hit by that.
Insane!
Holy crap.
Such good timing.
That's perfect.
Oh my.
The new discovery in ancient France that you're going to want to see. The wildest thing is it's only understandable from the sky. This is the astrogeometry of Karnak. The stones are 7,000 years old. There's 4,000 of them between 40 and 350 tons. This is the last time we did that. These stones are arranged in very neat lines across the landscape. They can't be used for agriculture. If you take a picture of the sun at the same time every day, it forms this infinity sign shape. For a seasonal calendar, this can be achieved with a really long stick. The angle of the stones is achieved using 3 perfect squares connected end to end. That is exactly half of a 3-4-5 triangle like you learned in school to create perfect right angles. The Sumerians were the first to document the use of this triangle, but now we have one that's 2,000 years older than that. The Karnak cornerstones create the 3-square triangle and the 3-4-5 right triangle. Did this using huge stones over 1,400 meters. Stonehenge was built 1,000 years later. For that story to work, we have to assume there were ancient cave geometers. So what do these angles mean, and what was the use for this precise geometry? Well, Angkor Wat and the Great Pyramid also use this technique. That explanation is going to need a part 2. Because to pull this off, you have to know what we didn't know. They used symbol geometry to communicate ideas through music, art, architecture, and everything else they did, communicating natural laws in a way that a
tiny crystal capable of holding vast archives of human knowledge might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie. But in 2016, scientists at the University of Southampton discovered how to store 360 terabytes of data on a quartz crystal the size of a coin. That's enough to hold 72 million songs, 110,000 movies, and millions of books. And in
Imagine if you drop it.
2024, researchers stored the full human genome on what they call an everlasting memory crystal. A tiny crystal capable of holding vast archives of human knowledge may sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, and 100 years ago it might have seemed like sorcery, but there's a very scientific explanation for why the researchers chose quartz, which is a crystal. Quartz crystals are extraordinary for data storage because they can withstand extreme heat, pressure, and radiation with encoded data estimated to last billions of years, well beyond the lifespan of our planet. That kind of durability makes quartz perfect for archiving important information, like libraries, historical records, or even time capsules for future generations. They're also ideal for space exploration because the data is protected from temperature swings and radiation. Now, personally, I'm very happy the scientific community is finally catching up because the crystal girlies been new. In the crystal community, there is something called Lemurian quartz, also known as Lemurian seed crystals or encoded quartz. These natural quartz crystals are said to store the knowledge of an advanced ancient civilization, the Lemurians. Now stay with me, because according to the lore, these crystals were seeded or planted millions of years ago to be discovered when future generations needed their wisdom most. Their horizontal striations are believed to encode spiritual knowledge and even lost technologies, acting as a bridge to higher consciousness. Now, if you know anything about Lemurian lore, then you know their civilization ended tragically, much like Atlantis. And apparently, many of them knew it was coming to an end, so it makes sense that they would leave behind information for future generations. Fast forward to millions of years later, and our scientists also recognize quartz as an excellent material for storing data.
How y'all feel about that? Y'all think this course would be a good alternative from the stuff we already got for storing data? Do y'all think it'll withstand? Do you think it's a good idea?
Scientific process of encoding data into quartz uses femtosecond lasers to create tiny, precise modifications within the quartz crystals, and they use advanced optical technology to read them. And while we don't know exactly how the Lemurians encoded their crystals, although maybe somebody does, word on the metaphysical streets is that to access their knowledge, all you have to do is tune into the right frequency, meditate, and run your finger down these little striations. I'm wearing one now and planning on meditating with it later. But let me know what you think. Were the crystal girlies right? Are crystals untapped technology?
Scientists horrified by mirror life that could wipe out biology as we know it? Ew. The consequences could be globally disastrous. Globally. So scientists have called for an immediate halt on a technology you've probably never heard of, but it is so dangerous, they say, it could upend the order of life itself on this planet, if not wipe it out. This month, they published a 300-page technical report.
Oh my God.
About something called mirror life, synthetic organisms whose DNA structures are a mirror image to that of all known organisms. What does that mean? So the DNA, the double helix, is considered right-handed. Its strands spin to the right. And then proteins, which are the building block of cells, spin left. But what was to happen if we made mirror-life organisms that spun left their DNA and their protein spun right? So scientists have actually already made mirror proteins that spin the other way, are more resilient than regular proteins. These proteins could help treat chronic illnesses because the enzymes designed to break these proteins down can't bind to these mirror-like proteins.
So it seems like if you can get these things to spin the other way, do that means like future technology of reversing life?
The problem is we don't know what will happen when this mirror life clashes with ours. If there was a mirror bacteria that was released into the world, our biology would have no idea how to deal with this synthetic organism. It could bypass our immune system and spread a crazy pandemic. And this applies to all life forms, not just humans. They go on to say unless compelling evidence emerges that mirror life would not pose extraordinary danger, even with biocontainment measures, this should not be created. We therefore recommend the research with the goal of creating mirror bacteria.
It's been created already. If they publishing this,
not be permitted, and that funders make clear they will not support such work. Yikes.
So how exactly did the fallen angels fall? If you're religious, you will consider them fallen angels. If you're spiritual, you will likely consider them aliens or interdimensional entities. But the story, the narrative stays consistent. What made them turn against source connection? If you look at the biblical story of Adam and Eve bit into the fruit of forbidden knowledge. So now she knew what free will was. Now she knew what good and evil was. And the snake that represents Satan or Lucifer or these fallen angelic aliens, so to say, purposely coerced her to seek out the same consciousness that he was on. Now, if you look at it from a more symbolic way, the snake represents Kundalini energy. And not only that, it represents sine wave energy. Right here, the sine wave. Correct me if I'm wrong, all waveforms are made up of sine waves. And if everything in our known universe is made up of frequency and waves, then this also talks about consciousness. Our brain waves can also be measured in sine waves. But why was Lucifer or Satan represented as a snake? This talks about the mind. In ancient Egypt, they revered the Eye of Horus as a form of rebirth and a sense of wholeness. And guess what? You can find the Eye of Horus in our pineal gland. As within, so without, as above, so below. So the temple of God, or the temple of source, is within our bodies. All of this entails that the fallen angels fell. The whole point I'm trying to make is what I and a lot of spiritual people believe is that the fallen angels became fallen through a mind parasite. Something went amiss in their mind. These are very, very powerful gods existing in the 12th, 24th, 48th, whatever dimensions. They are these powerful creator gods that somehow missed the mark, missed the point, and they fell into density. A lot of people say they fell into density because they wanted to experience what density felt like. They wanted to experience what non-eternity, a finite existence feels like. But just like how animals can get infected with a virus or a parasite that messes with their mind, and now the animal works for the parasite because the parasite has rewired their brains, that is extremely plausible that these fallen angels had some kind of mind parasite affect them as well, and now they're working for the mind parasite to constantly replicate itself, to constantly feed off of us and other star systems, and to constantly feed off of fear and lower vibrational energies. Now, one of the most popular mind parasites that a lot of you have heard of is the Vril. It's spelled V-R-I-L-L. You can research this. But the Vril are some powerful mind parasites that exist in the galaxy. Now, these fallen angels, they're given a choice to heal themselves, and they have been given a choice to heal themselves for eons now. But if this mind parasite theory is real,